Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the San Antonio Spurs. And now off to AT&T Center with our crew of Kevin, Clark, and Steve, who are ready to call the game.
A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First for the Heat, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslem at the 4. And looking at the Spurs, Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. And in the middle, out of Brazil, taking with the 28th pick back in 2008, the 6'11" pivot man, Tiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Duncan in at the 4-man position. And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. Parker dishes to Duncan. 6 to shoot. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot.
One of the holy grails, if you will, for statistical achievement is to put a quadruple double on the books. Duncan came close in the 2003 finals, but he also came fairly close to it last year as well. 31, 18 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 blocks.
Now here's Wade. After the miss from Splitter, here's Bosh. And he overshot that one, missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. He has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Rejected by Wade. Wade left side. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. You know, Steve, you talk about big games for Duncan last season. Don't forget the game against Utah with 21 rebounds, 22 points, 6 blocks. He was incredible.
Yeah, he's the first player 35 or older to post a 20, 20, and 5 games since 2001 when, ironically enough, his old teammate David Robinson reached that mark. So something's going on down there in San Antonio.
Here's Parker. Draw the pick from Splitter. It's Parker with the drop. He got right to the cup using that screen.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
You know, a short time ago, I had a chance to catch up with Greg Popovich. Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said, there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do it.
Thank you, Doris. And that one's good. Parker.
Coach Popovich was fined last season for sitting out his top players in the nationally televised matchup against the Heat. I certainly understand the league's posture there, and it was a lot said about it. Yet, for a veteran team like the Spurs with championship aspirations, I understand resting key players during the course of the regular season.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Splitter. Parker, a screen on Bosh. And here's Green outside. That's good. And back-to-back fine for Popovich, $250,000. Steve, better leave it dance.
Yeah, no doubt. So, you know, Popovich enjoys tweaking the league at times. This was clearly an effort to do that. But, look, I think it's good for him to actually, you know, kind of let the league know every once in a while that if you're going to give us that kind of schedule with my older team, I'm going to sit them down once in a while.
Now here's Parker after LeBron James's miss. Parker kicks to Splitter. Shot clock at 6. Into Green. Deflects the pass. Wade with it. Wade gets a screen from Haslem. Pass to LeBron. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Now here's Bosh. Backing down is LeBron. The fadeaway. And again, LeBron missing.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway. And as you might expect for the team with the second-best record in the West, the Spurs dominated the East last season, played each team twice for a total of 30 games, and went 25-5 in that stretch.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Splitter gets to Green. Left side, Leonard. Puts one up. No good. Wade with the defensive effort. And Clark, back to what you said about the Spurs in the East. It was far and away the best record against the conference, Steve, for a team in the West.
Yeah, the second best record was Memphis with 22 wins. So kind of scary to think that they rested their big stars a few times against teams in the East, and they were still able to put up that kind of a record.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
Steve, it has to be said here that he operates the pick and roll to perfection. I mean, he delights in running unwitting defenders or blindside picking guys so that he can end up rolling into a basket.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
San Antonio leading. Green, the pass to Parker. No good. Great D that time from Haslem. The drive by Wade. The game now all-time.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Now here's Parker. 7 points in the game. Back to Duncan. Parker outside. They kick it out to Green. 4 on the shot clock. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Green's got 6.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Haslam a screen on Green. And it's Wade penetrating. And shot. No good.
The defender's height advantage really forced a tough shot, a difficult shot. Tried to fade it over the top, but no dice.
Parker dishes to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Now Wade, back to Bosch. Right side Bosch, back to Wade. And there's the pass to Bosch. Splitter's there. Baseline try. Bosch can't hit.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. 9 points for Tony Parker.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Shane Battier is checked in for Udonis Haslem. The Heat trail by 7. And here's Wade. Back to LeBron. He's covered by Leonard. Will it go? And finished off by LeBron.
And that's his forte, finding that angle and then aggressively attacking the rim.
Here's Parker. The feed to Splitter. Kicks to Green. Outside Leonard. Dishes it to Diallo. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Splitter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 7.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Here's Wade. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And that one's good. Green's got 9 points.
What a performance, Kevin. It seems like every three he shoots is falling for him. He's in the zone. You know, you survey other point guards in the league and ask them who their toughest assignment is, and a lot of them will tell you it's Tony Parker. I mean, his ability to weave in and out at the speed he does just drives would-be defenders mad over the course of 4 quarters. Parker is always in attack mode.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And some changes here for the Heat. Chris Anderson is checked in for Bosch. Allen comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Norris Cole in for Mario Chalmers. Feeds it to Bellinelli. Esteban puts it up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Clark, you mentioned the penetration ability of Tony Parker. He really has become the focal point of the Spurs drive and kick offense, Steve. So fun to watch.
Yeah, you talk about his speed and quickness, but it's really all about the overall skill level, the ability to finish it in the lane, the knockdown jump shooting, the free throw shooting also improved. It's incredible how well-rounded Parker has become.
Is he the fastest point guard, you think, in the NBA?
I would say yes.
Here is Parker after the made shot from Anderson. Parker kicks to Bonner. Back to Parker. Passes to Bellinelli. Offensive rebound.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And the rejection by LeBron. And they'll keep possession.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Spurs.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Here's Cole. LeBron drives in, and that one is hammered home.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Man, maximum force on that dunk.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Now, last season he made good on about 3 of every 4 free throws. That's exactly 75%.
Free throw good, LeBron.
You know, part of being a championship team is having the talent first and foremost, but then managing the minutes of that talent. The Heat, I thought, did a nice job monitoring the minutes of the big 3 throughout the season and playoffs last year.
Now here's Parker. He's got 9. San Antonio again missing. Here's LeBron. LeBron gets the screen from Betty. Backing down is LeBron. Cole, all sorts of time. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And now just a 1-point San Antonio lead. Well, as you said, Clark, the big 3 in their prime, but really, you want them to just get their work in during the season, not exhaust themselves before they make it to the playoffs.
I thought, Kevin, along those lines, I thought by the end of last season, Miami was exhausted. And once you try to win a 3rd title in a row, the emotional fatigue and exhaustion really becomes a factor. So this is going to be interesting to watch all year. That's his 2nd foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end. Well, what a series it was in the finals a year ago. Such great basketball, 2 teams that like to play up-tempo. And I'll tell you, the Spurs had Miami. They had the series in the bag. They were 1 play away from wrapping it up in Game 6, but the miracle comeback from the Heat that led to the Game 7 victory and another title for the Miami Heat.
And the basket good.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the 3-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
He dishes it to Cole. The kick out to LeBron. He feeds it to Cole. Back to LeBron. There's the pass to Cole. Off target from outside. Clark, it was interesting because the games themselves weren't particularly close through the first half of the series, but things started to get really tight when they left San Antonio after Game 5.
How about that, Kevin? You talk about things tightening up. We had a game for the ages in Game 6. 28.6 seconds to go. The Spurs +5. Miami needed a miracle, and they found it in the form of timely three-point shooting and got some help from the San Antonio Spurs missing some free throws.
The Game 6 was about as intense an NBA game as you'll ever see.
Oh, it was off the chart. Absolutely fantastic.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Allen passes to Battier. LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Ginobili. Diaw with the steal. Gives him the lead pass. And the officials call goaltending, so he'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And here comes LeBron. Allen inside the three-point line. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. It's the Spurs leading by 5. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well. Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Yes, gentlemen, for Tim Duncan, there was a time a few years back when his left knee really limited him. He said, quote, physically, I just couldn't do it, but my pain level's down a whole lot. I found something that works, and health-wise, I feel really good. Coach Popovich on Timmy's resurgence said, quote, he's a mentally unique individual in that he's able to sustain the year-round workout regimen, both physically and diet-wise. And guys, we've seen it in action. Last season was one of Duncan's best.
Little insight into his legendary work ethic. Much appreciated, Doris. Lewis kicks to Haslem. Diaw on him. Puts it up from 7. Haslem, that's good. Haslem's got his first basket.
You know, Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication, has really become an outstanding coach.
They get it back, and the basket by Diaw. The Heat trail by 9. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Leonard brings the double team, and Cole kicks to Bosh. Tim Duncan with the rebound. Duncan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Leonard dishes to Parker. Back to Leonard. He kicks to Ginobili. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Manu Ginobili is really one of those electrifying all-around players. I mean, he's as fun to watch as any guy in the league. He scores, he defends, has a nose for the ball. He does everything, and usually he packs a bunch of production into short stints of playing time. He's now in his mid-30s. The question becomes for him is health. And how much longer can he go at the level he's played at throughout his career?
Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Ginobili's got 9.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. Parker with it. He's got 11. There's the dish to Duncan. Shot from 12. Now here's Lewis. He passes to Cole. Back to Lewis. Pass to Bosch. Rebounded by the Spurs. Leonard's got his third rebound on the night. And for Ginobili last season, his shooting percentages dipped just a little bit. Now 36 years old. He's, breaking down, it seems like on a more regular basis. Is he starting to fade more on?
Sure, he is, but he's still capable of playing out of his mind on any given night. And that's what you want from a guy like that at his age. You're not going to get it every night, but can he continue to help you win games? No question, Ginobili, he showed that last year.
The Heat making a switch here. James is checked in. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Wade kicks to Bosch. He's against Splitter. Bosch can't get it to go.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Leonard with the ball. Wade picks him up. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. The Heat trail by 10. Now LeBron. 12 points for him. San Antonio with the rebound. And here is Parker. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Bosh has got his third rebound on the night. LeBron left side. Kicks it out to Allen. Cannot hit. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Leonard the pass to Parker. Inside. Stolen by Bosh. The drive by Allen. The kick out to Bosh. LeBron outside. The feed to Battier to end the drought. Again, the miss by the Heat.
A dramatic improvement for the San Antonio Spurs defensively last season, guys. Coach Pop had suggested that they might have gotten too old to be an elite defensive team anymore, but that wasn't the case. I think he challenged them a little bit, and they raised the bar of their defensive performance.
The Spurs shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And Clark, you mentioned the defensive improvement of the Spurs. Going into last season, their stat gurus told them they needed to focus even more on contesting shots, even if that meant committing more fouls or allowing more offensive rebounds.
Well, that's exactly what they did, Kevin. They gave up a few more offensive rebounds, fouled slightly more than they had the prior season, but they were better in terms of shot blocks, steals, and they held their opponents to a lower field goal percentage. So a great example of getting an edge from advanced stats.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Back to Parker. And it's good. Parker's got 13.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
LeBron kicks to Wade. Right through the D for the layup. 8 points for him.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Parker against Chalmers. Parker left side. With some arc. Here's Splitter. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket. And the Spurs lead by 11.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backcourt.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. The rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Wade kicks to Chalmers. Back to Wade. He's against Green. Wade drives in. And yes, sir, that one drops. Wade's got 10.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Spurs leading by 9. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
On defense, Miami. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's LeBron. 15 points in the game. He's covered by Leonard. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul. And Clark, as you said, the Spurs last season hitting 50 wins for the 14th consecutive season. By the way, that's an NBA record. Second closest were the Lakers with 12 straight, Steve, from 79 to 91.
Yeah, 58 wins last season for San Antonio. Greg Popovich calls it corporate knowledge, just the consistency that comes with the experience of the group. They've been together so long, particularly that core, that I think it allows the Spurs to really kind of cruise at times during the regular season.
The Heat trail by 11. Makes it off the glass. LeBron's got 17.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Wade against Green. Leonard on the wing. Here's the three. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Wade. All alone. And LeBron throws it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close to the game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Green kicks to Splitter. Back to Green. The shot was off. Excellent D from Wade. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Diaz checked in.
You know, if you just look at the numbers without knowing who Dwayne Wade was, you'd think he was probably 6'7" or 6'8". The way he blocks shots and rebounds, even at 6'4", he just plays much bigger than he really is.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, as you know, gentlemen, Greg Popovich is one of the foremost practitioners of the intentional fouling that sends poor free throw shooters to the line. Not exactly a fan favorite, and Pop says, quote, I think it's ugly. I think it's awful. But it's legal. It's there. If somebody doesn't want to get hacked, they should shoot free throws better. Guys, he's all about winning. Whether it's pretty or ugly, he doesn't care.
They wear you down, Doris. Thank you so much. And you go back, Clark, to that big man game for Wade, averaging about a block shot a game for his career.
Well, you think about it. He's 6'5", but he actually has a 6'11" wingspan, and you're not going to find a stronger guy at the shooting guard position. He's over 220 pounds, and there's nothing extra there, so he brings a lot to the table.
San Antonio making a switch here. Bonner's checked in. Haslem. A stupendous finish in traffic. Haslam's got 6 in the quarter.
What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
Parker off the pick from Bonner. Parker passes to Bonner. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Heat trail by 10. Kicks it to Bosh. Unloads from 9. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
I'm going to go back to what Bosh said. I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosh's candor. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more, because that shows they eventually did recapture that fire.
To the middle, Rocket 6. And they're pushing it up. Leonard on the wing, covered by LeBron. And Green gets it to go. There's 1:38 left to play in the first half. Wade with it. He's got 10. This is the Bosch. And that's good. A nice jump in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Here's Parker. Wade with the clock. He lobs it up. And LeBron throws it down.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Parker kicks to Diallo. Here's Bonner. And there's the bucket. Steve with it on the offensive glass, getting it down. Bonner's got 7 points. They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly. You get 2 possessions out of this.
Back to Bosch. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. 8 points for Chris Bosch.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Now here's LeBron. 21 points in the game. LeBron right side with 1 on the clock. And the first half is now in the books. Spurs lead by 6. Well, folks, stay tuned for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
What a great way to end the week. A little NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Out in San Antonio, the Spurs have the lead against Miami. A nice job of sharing the rock, making plays for one another offensively. Tony Parker has the team high in scoring. He's got 13 points and is up to his usual tricks, dropping a lot of dimes all over the court. And a tough matchup, but the Heat staying afloat. They've been working the ball inside, getting in close, easy points around the rim. A sensational first half for LeBron. At the break, 21 points, and has looked very good defensively, playing hard-nosed ball out there. That'll be all for this episode. It's in the books. I'm all done reading. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He's got 21 points and also a block shot. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a very steady hand from that line, and it's been an impressive all-around night.
Here's Duncan. Gets it to fall from the right block. Duncan's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Spurs. LeBron with it. Leonard picks him up. Feeds it to Bosch. The kick out to LeBron. Back to Bosch. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight. San Antonio leading by 6.
You know, when something works for you, you stay with it. The Heat saw after the 2012 finals that small ball was very effective for them. You can see why they chose to do that, given how hard it is to find a power forward that can match up with LeBron. Makes good sense.
And that one's good. Parker.
Whatever their plan was defensively at time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And this match is really what makes an NBA offense go at times. Not only can Miami overpower you, Steve, you know, with their sheer talent at times, but if you're trying to guard a perimeter player with a big, you're going to be in trouble.
Well, some people still see small ball as a gimmick, but, you know, for Miami, it's different because you've got LeBron James playing the power forward. So it's not really small ball. He can rebound, he can defend, he can do everything. And so the Heat become a nightmare to guard at the other end, and you can rarely take advantage of them offensively.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Wade dishes to Bosch. Lets it go from 11. Gets it to go. Bosch has got 12 points in the game. San Antonio leading by 6. Now Parker. He's got 15. Duncan with a screen on Bosch. Pass to Leonard. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Heat. Haslam's got his 5th.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Back to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. 6 feet out. And that's good off the glass that time. Parker's got 4 points in the quarter.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
Yeah, that was your game, Clark. Pound it inside and take the ball right to the defense.
That's what I tried to do, man. I knew my limitations. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Back to Leonard. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Duncan, the pass to Leonard. Parker dishes to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 6 points for Tim Duncan. The Heat trail by 6. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And Bosch backs down. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, Miami went to that smaller lineup last season, and a big change in that was having Chris Bosch move over to the 5 spot. Not his natural position, but I thought he held his own both offensively and defensively playing in the middle.
The Heat making a switch here. Battier's checked in. Parker kicks to Splitter. Parker passes to Splitter. And it's blocked by Battier. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The Heat trail by 4. And for Bosch, playing the center, Steve, he's giving up some weight out there.
But he's a very smart defender. He avoids fouls, and you know, the way the league is these days, Kevin, most teams play.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by Wade. And this game is tied up now.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Passes it to Parker. Parker, right side. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Seems like every year, guys, you look at Tony Parker, he's found something else to add to his game. He's always improving.
And last season for Tony Parker, arguably his best ever. 20 points a game, almost 8 assists. 52% Steve from the field. There was even talk at midseason about maybe MVP consideration.
Well, his ability to score inside around the rim is amazing, but he's also become a master of knocking down the jump shot from that 15 to 18-foot range. But really, this team has been built now around Parker. Their offensive strategy completely tailored to suit his talents.
Ginobili up top. Back to Parker. To the inside. Splitter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Splitter's got 8.
Looked like they found the soft spot in the defense there.
And here's Wade. He's got 10. He dishes it to LeBron. Back to Wade. Can't get it to go. Solid defense there from Ginobili. He feeds it to Parker. Parker off the kick from Splitter. Parker against Battier. Parker dishes to Leonard. And the rejection by Cole. In transition, here comes Miami. Cole's got the ball. For the lead. It's rebounded by Splitter. Splitter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Ginobili. Softly drops in the floater. Ginobili's got 14 points.
And you got to have perfect timing to knock down that teardrop.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Ginobili against Wade. The kick out to LeBron. Miami no good on that time either.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Back to Parker. Outside Leonard. On the arc. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. And the double up with LeBron. Cole. The pass to Battier. The three-pointer is right on target. He has 7.
Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. He's out on the perimeter. It gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
Something else I think of with him is that three-point shot from the corner. I mean, that's his shot. We've certainly seen him drain a bunch of them. Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Parker outside. Back to Ginobili. He kicks it to Leonard. And it's D. Wade with the rebound.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And what an amazing run it was for the Spurs last year in the postseason. Swept the Lakers, survived Golden State, and then dismantled Memphis on their way to the NBA Finals. And then, of course, were seconds away from another championship anna.
There's Ginobili. Misses off the right iron.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
The dish to Cole for the lead. That's hard in by Duncan. Duncan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Well, getting back to the Spurs, they look better and better as they went deeper into the playoffs, Clark. Heat were thought to be the heavy favorites at the start of the NBA postseason. But when they met in the finals, thoughts on who would win, I think, were pretty much split.
Yeah, and eventually, you know, this was one heck of a series because the Spurs not only had experience and talent, but they had multiple options offensively and did such a terrific job sharing the ball. They took the Miami Heat to the limit, but at the end of the day, it came down to LeBron James and Dwayne Wade rising to the challenge.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cole. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Spurs have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Parker passes to Diallo. The feed to Bellinelli. Looking to end the drought. And Allen with the block. But he stays with it. That's good. And that's now 21 points for Tony Parker. Miami's gone 1 of 4 on three-point shots here in the third. LeBron gets the screen from Anderson. LeBron kicks to Allen. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. San Antonio trailing here. Kicks it to Bellinelli. There's the pick. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Miami's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Ginobili against LeBron. Dishes it to Cole. Back to LeBron. No good with the triple.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Ginobili with the three. Miami grabs the miss. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down. Again, he did make 2 in the first half.
Cole dishes to Battier. LeBron kicks to Anderson. Back to LeBron.
You know, every great player needs someone to push them to be better. LeBron said last year that, you know, that's what Kevin Durant does with him. I think he works as hard as he does, knowing that Durant is coming to try to take his spot as the best player in the league.
Chris Bosh is checked in for the Heat. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
And Parker, here we go. High, arcing shot, and the layup is good. Parker's got 10 points here in the second half. And going back to LeBron for the time being, he's solidified Parker's standing. I think everyone would agree is the best player in the NBA.
Well, how about 4 league MVP trophies to his credit? One of only 5 players in league history to win that many. One of only a few players to be both MVP of the league and MVP of the finals in the same year. So, enough said.
Parker outside. Pass to Ginobili. Feeds it to Bellinelli. And it's San Antonio with another. And here are the Heat now. They're on a 14-6 run. Back to LeBron. He passes to Cole. Good ball movement here by the Heat. LeBron kicks to Cole. Parker with the steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. LeBron with the ball. They recover it. Ginobili the pass to Diop. And there's the call on Bosh. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
And Parker, here we go. They now take the lead. Parker's got 25 points in the game.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominating.
Here's LeBron. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. It's San Antonio leading by just 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the fight. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
Anytime they've had a chance to attack the lane, they've done so. The penetration has been impressive.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Bosh, that's good.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
San Antonio's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Here's Bellinelli. And Diop kicks to Bellinelli. Outside, Ginobili. And it's D. Wade with the rebound. Wade's got his 4th rebound in this one. Allen. And that one comes up a bit short. Parker drives in. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Shane Battier.
The Heat have magnificent talent, but even coming off an NBA title, they had never put their name into the conversation of the great team until last spring when they went on that amazing 27-game winning streak.
And for the Heat, they were staring right at the 72 Lakers win record, and I'm sure everyone remembers, but ultimately they would fall, Steve, to the Bulls after 27 consecutive wins.
Yeah, that streak to me was one of the great feats in NBA history. Winning 27 games in a row in the regular season, so difficult, but it showed you what the Heat were made of. They really were battling every night, and I thought that put them on a great run heading into the playoffs.
In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities and scoring some easy baskets.
LeBron dishes to Battier. Bosch. Defended by Bonner. Turnaround Jay. Bosch. That's good. Bosch has got 10 points here in the second half.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
Now Bellinelli. Pass to Diaw. He dishes it to Bellinelli. Off target from three-point range. The Heat with the lead. Backing down is LeBron. Passes it to Bosch. Back to LeBron. He feeds it to Bosch. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 6 assists in the game.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Matt Bonner. Allen, he's covered by Ginobili. And Bosch backs down from the baseline. Again, the Heat good for 2.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Ginobili gets to Dion. And the pass to Parker. There's the dish to Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. Back to Parker. Lets it go. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot. Parker's got 4 points in the quarter.
And this game is really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Allen kicks to Bosch. Diaw on him. Goes up the baseline. Bosch can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 4. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Miami. Chalmers comes in for Ray Allen. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. And there's the feed to Bosch. Diaw's there. Bosch inside. He's guarded by Diaw. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That's good from Haslem.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslem. Born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
And back to Haslem. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence. Took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida. He had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since. See the way he times his passes so well. That was a great assist.
Backing down is LeBron. Miami no good on that time either. Spurs trail by 3. Ginobili kicks to Bellinelli. A step back shot here. Another one falls for San Antonio. Here's LeBron. LeBron gets the screen from Haslem. LeBron with LeBron left side. They get it again. Bosch. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Bosch has got 16 points here in the second half.
He's carrying his club right now, guys. 5 for 7 from the field in the quarter.
Ginobili against Wade. Ginobili kicks to Bellinelli. Banked in off the glass.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
LeBron kicks to Bosch. Diaw's there. Bosch hits the pick for LeBron. Yes! And the foul. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year, the alley-oop in the conference finals against Indiana just almost put his head on the rim.
Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility. He can wall you up and lock you down and put you away.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Splitters checked in for Diop. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Bellinelli. Down low. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Duncan. Here's Leonard. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Bosh. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And now it's 27 points for Chris Bosh.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Chalmers against Parker. It's Ginobili outside. That's good.
This is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Now here's LeBron. Bosh a screen on Leonard. LeBron passes to Chalmers. Tipped away. Ginobili with the steal to tie it up. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 6th rebound on the night. LeBron dishes to Wade. Heat moving the ball around. And Chalmers kicks to Bosh. He's against Parker, and the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
He kicks to Wade, shoots, and another basket for Miami.
And it feels like the energy has just picked up big time here. Both teams now feeding off each other's intensity.
I don't know what was said in the locker rooms at halftime, Steve, but it's obvious both sides have responded well.
Outside Leonard. Ginobili outside. 5 on the clock. Baseline jumper. Here's Duncan. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second change points.
That's exactly what they had in mind on that possession.
The Heat with the lead. Timeout called, the Heat.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Ray Allen, he's checked in for Mario Chalmers. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
Backing down is LeBron. Pocket 6. Shoots over Leonard. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over it.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. San Antonio calls timeout. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Here's Ginobili. Outside Leonard. To take the lead. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
Parker against Wade. Bosh. To the paint. And finished off by LeBron. I think Clark and Steve, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, both teams really competing. Neither side giving any ground. This should be a fun finish. I agree with you, Kev.
Hunter Ginobili on the wing. Back to Parker. That falls. Nice read that time from Hunter Ginobili. And that's 31 points for Tony Parker.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
lead against Parker. Here's Bosch. The shot is off, and the Spurs going the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead early.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Ginobili kicks to Leonard. Back to Ginobili. 6 to shoot. LeBron with the block.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Allen's shot is off.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Leonard off the pick from Duncan. It's Ginobili outside. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. You know, shots have just come on easy, open look.
Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pit.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And he was a great pick, too, Clark. He may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Ray Allen gets the whistle. That's foul number 2 for him. Ginobili the pass to Parker. Parker double team. Kicks it to Ginobili. Good. Ginobili's got 10 points in just the second half. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Bosch hits the pick for LeBron. Back to Bosch. Dishes to LeBron. Rebounded by the Spurs. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the middle, Ginobili. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
What a game for Ginobili. 22 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
With more to come, maybe. The way his shot looks tonight, looks like he's going for a big night.
And the Heat making a change here. Chalmers is checked in.
And no mistakes there. A couple of good free throws to give them a little extra cushion.
Bosch a screen on Parker. Allen, he's covered by Ginobili. Allen's shot is off.
Nice little lead they're enjoying here, and they deserve it with all the work they put in on the glass.
Yeah, big margin for them in the rebounding department. They've completely dominated the boards here.
Parker kicks to Ginobili. Takes the three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Parker. And the Spurs lead by 9.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
Again, the miss by the Heat.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on him. That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. Glad to have you with us. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And without any further ado, let's head to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew at the arena.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This is a quick check now at the starting five for both teams. First for the Lakers, Nash and Bryant in the backcourt, and holding down the middle out of Central Michigan University, the skilled and ambidextrous 7-footer, Chris Kaman. Then there's Nick Young, and it's Gasol at the 4. And then for the Dallas Mavericks, Calderon is out there with Ellis, and it's Samuel Dalembert manning the middle at the center position. Then there's Marion, and it's Nowitzki in at the 4. Cut the bucket. Nowitzki's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Mavs.
And there's the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice tone setter out of the gate. You know, the Mavs, like many teams, are always aware of who the free agents are that might help them become better. And prior to last season, they made sure they got their finances in order to make a run at Darren Williams to bring him home to Texas. Didn't work out, but they did the same thing this last offseason.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Now here's Ellis. On the wing, Marion. Back to Ellis. The tray, good. Ellis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And for the Mavs, they know that in order for them to remain competitive and not go through a traditional rebuilding phase where they're going to finish at the bottom for a few years, Steve, they're going to have to lure some free agents.
And one way or another, their top brass has always made sure that they would be able to move contracts around and make an offer to whatever big-name player was out there. But think about it, the last 2 years they had unlimited cap room, unable to lure that big free agent fish to Dallas.
And Nowitzki backs in. Again, the Mavericks score.
3 straight makes to start this game, looking good.
The Lakers on offense. It's a 5-point game. Now, here's Nash. Nash gets a screen from Gasol. Nash hits to Gasol. From 7. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Rick Carlisle. One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He says Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Another shot. Nice shot by Dalembert.
It's a great play under the boards for him, and that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, they're there for him game in, game out.
Samuel Dalembert out of Haiti, guys, 6'11" with long arms. That size makes him a fearsome rebounder and shot blocker, and also a pretty good offensive rebounder.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Shoots from the right block, and Dallas again with the bucket. And Dalembert not just rebound or defender. He can give you some scoring as well. And last season, Steve, perhaps his best offensively.
Well, he's an underrated shooter from mid-range, and I think he came into the league pretty raw, but now that he's in his 30s, he's really improved that shooting stroke, something that most players do over the course of their careers because of all the work they put in.
And Nowitzki backs in. Kobe with the steal. And here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance.
Go down there, man.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Here's Marion. That ball's nice speed this time from Jose Calderon.
Now they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Kobe against Ellis. On its way from Young for 2. Again, the Lakers.
Good display of physicality by Gasol to set that shot up.
Ellis with it. He passes to Calderon. And there's the feed to Nowitzki. Ball's knocked loose. Back to Calderon. Takes a three. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Lakers have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. Kobe, the pass to Gasol. Kobe dishes to Young. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They're piling up the assists.
And it's good. 8 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Such a great start for him. 4 for 4 already. He could be on his way to a big game.
It certainly looks that way, Steve. His energy level has been terrific right from the opening tip.
Gasol kicks to Nash. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Young, here we go. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Everybody on the floor is hot. Incredible stuff here in the early stages.
Tell you what, both teams playing downhill. Who's going to blink first?
Ellis kicks to Nowitzki. The dish to Calderon. Ellis puts up a three. The rebound by Young. Young off a bit from Gasol. Young outside. It's Marion with the drive. Uses both hands to slam down.
And the lead goes right back over. This is a seesaw affair.
The game's there for the taking, but neither team seems to want it.
The Lakers trail. Now Kobe. Back to Young. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Jose Calderon. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 11 in the first quarter. They'll take that percentage anyhow. The pass to Ellis. Dishes it to Nowitzki. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Lakers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ellis against Kobe. From the top of the key, gets the bucket. Kobe's got 6.
He's got one of those shooting strokes that never changes, guys. I mean, even if a defender's all over him, just never seems to flinch. A great quality to have as a shooter.
And one of his other great qualities, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
Back to Young. Wide open look. That's good. And it's Kobe with the assist. 11 points in the game.
Nice start for him. 5 of his first 7 shots he's made.
Calderon dishes to Marion. Back to Calderon. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Nowitzki. Excellent D there from Hill. The Lakers in the lead. And Young, here we go. And the rejection by Marion. Calderon against Kobe. Calderon kicks to Ellis. Misses the three. Here comes Kobe. 6 points for him. Back to Nash. Leaps for it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. On the wing, Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Kobe. From down low. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Kobe's got 8 points.
He's so reliable. And, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team. Well, you look at the Lakers' struggles last season, I think it surprised most of us.
That was just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Blake. Bobs it up and blocked. And he's able to get it back. And here is Ellis. Feeds it to Harris. Back to Ellis. And the call goes against Wesley Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Jordan Farmar. He's checked in for the Lakers. On the wing, Ellis. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Farmar. He's guarded by Ellis. Rejected by Crowder. Now here is Ellis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Carter. Dallas again missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Farmar passes it to Gasol. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And the basket by Harris.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Devin Harris settling into a scoring combo guard role last season in Atlanta. He's quick off the dribble, is a streaky three-point shooter, and because of that combination, he's able to keep defenders on their heels.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
And for Harris, his outside shot had been his weakness offensively. The last few seasons, though, Steve, some of the best shooting from long distance.
Around 35%, in fact, from the three-point line the last 3 seasons, Kevin. So, you know, he's not a lights-out shooter, but he's become respectable from that range. Unfortunately, his free throw attempts have diminished of late. Maybe he's lost a step athletically.
Carter does it do, Ellis.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
1:19 left in the first quarter. Here's Blake. Johnson outside. Here's the three. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Hill's got his first points of the game.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
1:03 left to play in the first quarter. Harris with it. Back to Carter. Ellis outside. Passes it to Carter. Guarded by Blake. Just 5 to shoot. Crowder kicks to Harris. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Farmar defended by Crowder. Farmar passes to Hill. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation here and over and back.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for them yet.
The Mavericks trailing. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now Ellis. 5 points in the game. Vince Carter on the wing. A rebound by the Lakers.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Poked loose. Stolen by Ellis. And will count. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And so far it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Farmar kicks to Young. Johnson, 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Farmar. He dishes it to Kamen. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Lakers making a change here. And Doris Burke has some for us. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Jordan Farmar is back in the NBA after playing last season in Turkey. He's making about 1/3 of what he could earn overseas, but he said, quote, "This is the only situation I would have taken a minimum deal with. I miss my family, I miss being home, and ultimately, I miss being a Laker." He's an LA native, won 2 titles in purple and gold, and guys, it's good to be back.
Yeah, he is a winner. No doubt about that. Thank you, Doris. Nowitzki puts that fade away right on the money. Nowitzki's got 12 in the game.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Johnson kicks to Kamen. Gallenberg's there. The feed to Hill. Clock at 6. Defended by Nowitzki. And Nash, here we go. And it's sent back from Gallenberg. Calderon kicks to Murray. Young with the steal. Only one man back on D. Nash dishes to Young. Second chance shot. In deep. Nash drops it in. And the Lakers lead by 4.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and to get the putback.
Calderon kicks to Murray. The dish to Nowitzki. Back to Marion. Dallas moving it around. Carter outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Nash. Good. It's Johnson with the assist that time. Nash has got 4 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Marion kicks to Nowitzki. Drops it in from 11 feet. Nowitzki's got 14.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Certainly was not the year the Mavs expected or had in mind last season. After retooling and expecting a playoff appearance, they ended up out of the playoffs and looking for answers.
He kicks it to Kamen. Gallenberg's there. The turnaround Jay, and the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Kobe's dropped in for Wesley Johnson. Calderon against Nash. Kicks it to Young. And the pass to Hill. Tries again. Can't connect from short range. Mavericks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Calderon kicks to Murray. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And back to the Mavs, 24-17 at home, which is a solid record, but you have to be better than solid, I think, Steve, to get into the playoffs in the Western Conference.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. And you think about the Mavs' shortcomings last year. I mean, Dirk being hurt early, so they didn't mesh well. And then when he did come back, it probably was too much ground to make up. So hopefully Dallas can have a full season of health for Dirk and the rest of the roster.
Offensive rebound Mavericks. Gallenberg passes to Nowitzki. And another basket for Dallas.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Calderon against Nash. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession. Here's Calderon. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Carter dishes it to Nowitzki. Hill's there. Fades away. And the shot is long.
And you know, guys, Nash's workout regimen was the stuff of legends. At his age, he's in as good a condition as most second or third-year players in the league. Still highly productive at 39 years old.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Calderon kicks to Carter. Pass to Nowitzki. Carter back to Nowitzki. Nowitzki draws the double.
Who's got Carter?
And Carter backs in. Gets it to go. And going back to Nash in his great condition. You watch it firsthand, Steve, and you have to wonder just how long, even with all those great techniques of getting his body ready to go, how long he's going to be able to play.
Well, last season, remember, he broke the bone in his leg that set him back. In fact, he missed, in most games, he missed in 14 years. Normally been very durable. So, you know, Father Time, as they say, is undefeated, Kevin, and is catching up with him.
2 on the clock. Gets it to go. And that's now 11 points for Kobe Bryant.
I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. He's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
Marion dishes to Nowitzki. They double team Nowitzki. Marion. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hill's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And the Mavericks call time here.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Calderon kicks to Merritt. Wright with a screen on Young. Pass to Carter. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that, held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I mean, I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play, really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor, an older team trying to go up tempo, coaching change, and that transition.
Right, yes.
You had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers season was.
It's a good assessment.
Hey, you really can't say the Mavericks were a bad team last year. They were just a little below par compared to what we've been accustomed to. They just were not nearly as deadly offensively, and that's always a recipe for struggles in the West.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Ellis is checked in, and the foul on Monte Ellis. That's his first foul. Keeman kicks to Kobe. Lets it go from deep. Here's Gasol, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
And here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Nash, and it's blocked by Wright. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And here's Calderon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And for the Mavs against the rest of the West, you were just talking about, Clark, they went 24-28 against the rest of the conference. And while that is all right, Steve, it's not going to get you into the playoffs.
Not with the depth of this conference, Kevin. And I think you have to be at least 500 this year against the West to get in. The Mavs know this, and they've been a perennial playoff team for a long time. They just couldn't quite get everything together last season.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That's foul number 2 for him. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Sean Marion. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-3 run. They get a hand on it. Feeds it to Ellington. Finishes the free with a slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. Well, Ellis is just a dynamic scorer, as we all know. A penetrator, a lane runner. He's a guy who can absorb contact in transition and still finish off plays. Just one of the best perimeter players that we have in this league.
He really is. He's always been a great scorer. He's been asked to take a lot of big shots. That's nothing new for him to have the ball in his hands with the game on the line. You never know. We might see another game winner here tonight.
Back to Nowitzki. From deep. They'll get another chance. White the pass to Ellington. He dishes it to Calderon. And Wright kicks to Ellis. Ellington. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Now just a 2-point Los Angeles lead.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, offensively last season, guys, the Lakers just never seemed to be able to get out of their own way. I mean, they had the worst turnover ratio in the league, and they really struggled to take care of the ball. And even when they got up a shot, a lot of them were questionable shots. They shot the third most threes in the league, but were in the bottom half of the league in percentage.
The Lakers making a switch here. Blake's checked in, and Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Hey, gentlemen, well, part of the Lakers' struggles last year was that they were constructed like an all-star team. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, quote, "Have you ever watched an all-star game? It's god-awful because everybody gets the ball, they go one-on-one, and then they play no defense. That's our team. That's us." Having a pecking order with all their big players was something he wanted to instill on their Lakers roster. We'll see if they can do a better job of adhering to that this time around, guys.
Well, that's the rub, isn't it? That's the balancing act, isn't it, Doris? Share the ball, but get it into the hands of your scorers. And going back to the Lakers' offensive troubles last season, the worst free throw percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
And obviously that's attributed directly to Dwight Howard, because the Lakers also led the league in free throw attempts. So Howard was getting hacked. He really couldn't get it going. He made about half his free throws for the season. And that just really carried over into the team's performance.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark bringing it down hard, my brother. Calderon dishes to Ellington. That falls. Nice speed this time from Jose Calderon. Ellington's got 8 points.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Gasol passes to Kobe. He feeds it to Kaman. He's against Nowitzki. From 17 feet out. The Mavericks trailing.
Kaman gave up his old caveman look, guys, but he's still an intimidating presence in the post. Good size and strength, and he doesn't really get pushed around. Also excellent timing when it comes to shot block.
Now, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stretch for the Mavericks.
Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, and a key indicator of their activity defensively.
Yeah, another thing they've done well tonight, Steve, a lot of steals in the first half. Really getting after it defensively.
Outside, Kobe. Shot clock at 5. From 18 feet away. That's good. Kobe's got 15. And Chris Kaman skilled offensively. Ambidextrous, finishing inside, and a good mid-range shooter.
Yeah, I think he's really good offensively. He's got a lot of skill. He's tough to handle. The question mark with him is defensively. You know, his weak side rotations can be late. He's never really been, you know, a center that you kind of solidify your defense around.
And Young, here we go. Here's Gasol, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
You know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
That one misses. And here is Ellis. He's got 7. Here's Harris. And we're through 2 here and a good one. Lakers lead by 1. The Sprint halftime show with Damon Bruce is coming up next. Then it'll be on to the third quarter. We'll see you then.
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's halftime, and I'm Damon Bruce. An excellent game going on at American Airlines Center. The Lakers in a hard-fought game against the Dallas Mavericks. They've been aggressively attacking the rack, getting a lot of points right at the rim. Nick Young has been tremendous in the first half. He's now up to 20 points, and it's been a good overall defensive game for him. He's brought a nice intensity to the floor in this one. And on the other side, the Mavericks also putting up numbers. A precision offensive attack, maximizing possessions. They're avoiding turnovers. Just a beautiful game tonight. An impressive first half for Dirk Nowitzki. He's picked up 22 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on him. Now let's get back over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of our crew as the second half gets underway.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Nowitzki has been playing really well. 22 points and 2 rejections. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Well, they have no answer for him at this point.
Nash hits to Young. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Young's got the first points of the second half here for the Lakers. Nash against Calderon. Dalembert sets a screen for Calderon. Marion. From outside off the mark.
Man, that's a shot you can't pass up. You should knock that down.
Back to Kobe from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 6 assists in the game.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Calderon kicks to Nowitzki. Marion outside. Lets the three fly. Good. Marion's got 8 points.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointer.
Kaman dishes to Kobe. And there's another one for the Lakers.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Mavericks trailed by 5. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Ellis goes in. Calderon. Another 3 for Dallas.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Nash gets a screen from Gasol. Nash's shot is in.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
So it's the Mavericks now. Ellis kicks to Calderon. Back to Ellis. He passes to Calderon. Ellis outside. On the wing, Mary. Back to Ellis. From deep. And it's sent back by Kobe. But he stays with it. From deep three-point range, Calderon. No good.
It's like he's just trying to showcase his range, but he could probably get a better shot in that possession.
Yeah, he sure could. It doesn't do you any good if you miss it from that deep.
Finally a miss, but still 4 for 5 shooting to start this third quarter.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Kobe, the pass to Gasol. Back to Kobe. Wide open. And finished off by Kaman.
You know, who says the big guy doesn't like to attack the basket? I mean, could have fooled me on that one.
Yeah, nice change of pace for him to power one home.
Yeah, it's not usually his role, but he takes advantage of the situation there.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Ellis dishes to Marion. Pass to Nowitzki. He's up against Gasol. Fade away. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 24 points for Dirk Nowitzki. Kaman a screen on Calderon. Nash drives in. Lets it fly from 18. Calderon. Second half here, just over 3.5 minutes into it. That's good.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, you got to get some bodies out there defensively, though. I mean, the things are way too easy out beyond the three-point arc.
Ryan in the post. He's guarded by Ellis. Shot to that. But they recover it. Nash gets to Kobe. The putback and finished off by Kaman.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Ellis the pass to Marion. Now the feed to Calderon. Dalembert sets a screen for Calderon. In low to Dalembert. Misses from close range.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
And that one's good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Ellis goes in. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Ellis has got 12.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful. Lakers still pursuing another title, but it would be a real shock if that were to come this year. A lot of age and injury on this team. They lose Dwight Howard. This is a club that just doesn't have enough athleticism and speed to contend for a title.
Yeah, and that's his first three of the half. There may be more in store.
Working on Bryant. And it's Monte Ellis with the finish.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Well, back to the Lakers. Clark, you think they're too old? Is this a team that needs to rebuild?
Not yet, Kevin. The saying is, young doesn't win in the NBA. I think for them, health and chemistry are the most important factors. Also, I think this is a franchise that has shown it can make a home run deal, like acquiring Pau Gasol in 2007. Got 2 titles out of that move. I think they'll look to add some youth through their bench and restructure the personnel a bit, and they'll position themselves for another run, perhaps.
Kobe with it, picked up by Nowitzki. Here's Kaman, and it's sent back from Dalembert. And it's Ellis penetrating.
Good. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And they continue to knock down the long-range three-point shot as well.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Hill comes in for Chris Kaman. And Wesley Johnson was subbed for Kobe.
You know, even though he's getting up there in years, guys, Powell's effectiveness shouldn't really drop off much. He's a long, skilled player who doesn't play off the ground very much, and his versatility should help his longevity.
Here's Nash. He's got 6. Now the dish to Johnson. Back to Nash. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks it to Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got his 8th assist here tonight. Clark, you mentioned the versatility of Pau Gasol. Steve, it's really the defining quality of his game, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the ability to do so many things offensively as a big guy just really completes a team. Now you can run any kind of offense you want. And Pau, as a passer, as a scorer, as a shooter, has been one of the best in the game for the last decade. Well, this guy's an animal on the glass, Kevin. I mean, there may be some bigger and stronger rebounds in the NBA, but nobody plays with this kind of energy and zeal.
And something else you can't forget about is his shot blocking, Steve. I mean, he's an intimidator down low.
Mavericks trailed by 4. Calderon kicks to Ellis. Dalembert with a screen on Johnson. Out to Marion. Launches a three. Another three for Dallas.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Knocked away. Double by Calderon. Johnson kicks to Young. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pau Gasol again. Gasol's got 8. Here is Calderon. And what a great job he's doing as a playmaker out there, Clark.
Well, he's got 9 dimes now working on double digits. That's handling your business.
Well, it's a joy to watch a player like this. He's getting his teammates involved and really creating the flow of the game.
Well, Monte Ellis has never been short on confidence, and last year he went as far as comparing himself to Dwayne Wade, saying the only difference between them is that Wade has rings. That's a pretty big difference, though.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. White comes in for Samuel Dallenberg, and it's Carter in for Dirk Nowitzki.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Calderon with it. Ellis outside. Carter outside. Back to Ellis. Kicks it to Carter from outside the arc. A rebound by Young. Young's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And you talk about the talent and confidence for Monte Ellis. Steve, what's the balance between confidence and like overconfidence?
Well, I think the balance is in your decision making. And that's the trickiest thing for really talented young players to figure out. It's just when to attack and when to back off a little bit. And that's all stuff that just comes with experience.
And Young, here we go. And it's blocked by Marion. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, it seems to me Nick Young is a perfect guy to have coming off the bench because he's a volume shooter and scorer who can get hot in a hurry. And I think his best role is to play him kind of in a Jamal Crawford type role.
Kevin Harris is checked in for Dallas. On defense, the Mavericks. And there's the pass to Nash. Back to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Johnson's got his first basket of the night. Going back to Nick Young, Clark, mostly a scorer.
He sure is, Kevin, an athletic 6'7" wing. I don't think there's any reason he can't be a plus rebounder and defender, but it's clear that his focus primarily has been on the offensive end.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
And it's Hill with the jam.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
That's good. Hill's got 4 this quarter.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Mavericks have missed more than they've made at the foul line tonight. 3 of 7.
Well, this was a very consistent free throw shooting team a year ago. They shot about 79%.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the 3rd. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Boy, nice bucket. They're really playing intelligently here.
And even though the lead's not large, they definitely got the upper hand.
The drive by Ellis. And he comes off the screen and shines it through.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
You know, the hope was that a change of scenery and a chance to run up and down the wings would be just what was needed to get Wesley Johnson going in the NBA, but that just didn't happen for him last season.
And for Wes Johnson, the 4th overall pick back in 2010 out of Syracuse, he just hasn't been able to break through.
Yeah, you wonder why, because he's got great size and athleticism, beautiful shooting stroke, and yet the shooting numbers just aren't there. So I thought he would be better coming into this league, but we'll see if he's able to develop and find a niche somewhere.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
When you go back and you look at the numbers from last season, he knocked down about 77% of his free throws.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer the perfection continues.
Harris dishes to Carter. Back to Harris. Launches it. Rebounded by the Lakers. Young's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass. And, of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Dallas calls timeout.
You know, people look at Steve Nash, guys, and I don't know if they automatically think tremendous athlete, but he is. He's a different type of tremendous athlete. He's not going to blind you or amaze you with his running and jumping ability, but it's his agility, his coordination, his balance, the fact that he's ambidextrous, not only with his hands, but with his feet. I mean, he's equally balanced going either way with the ball or on his pivots. And he attributes a lot of that to playing soccer and ice hockey as a youth.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Marion. Jay Crowder comes in for Vince Carter. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Monte Ellis. And it's Calderon in for Devin Harris. Johnson goes in. And Nick Young, the bucket on the assist from Wesley Johnson. Johnson's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Wright. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
Lakers leading by 15. Johnson, the pass to Farmar. Dishes to Gasol. Pass to Farmar. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Hill. And Nowitzki with the block. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Los Angeles on top, up by 15. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter roll. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Dallas shooting here about 46% for the game. Calderon kicks to Crowder. Pass to Nowitzki. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And that one falls for Farmar. Dallas making a switch here. White's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Mavericks trailed by 17. Harris outside. Carter outside. Back to Harris. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And it's White missing. LA has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Blake dishes to Gasol. Johnson gets the Blake. Shot from 12. Fast break Dallas by himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jim. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Got a piece of it. Carter drives in. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Nick Young's checked in for the Lakers. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Blake kicks to Farmar. Outside Gasol. Feeds to Farmar. There's the 3. Gasol, a follow-up jam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
He sniffed out that board and then powered it back in.
Pure Mike Clark, so strong going back up with that one.
That's exactly what he's capable of, guys. So strong.
And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
Well, when you combine Dirk's height with his touch and his release, which is basically behind his head, he becomes impossible to defend. And unless he's just missing his jump shot that night, you're in for a long night.
Especially when you couple it with his knack for playing with his back to the basket when he wants to. Keeping Dirk from catching on the low block, lean into a defender to create some space, and then the next thing you know, he's up in the air knocking down that jumper.
He dishes it to Harris. Six to shoot. Doubled by Blake. Here's Carter. And he wheels that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
As soon as the double team came, he immediately looked to find the open man.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And that one falls for Farmar. Chris Kaman has checked in for Jordan Hill. So Farmar nails both of them. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Harris outside. Three-pointer. Shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Young, right side. Here's Gasol. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 16.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Harris gets the screen from Nowitzki. Harris passes the Curry. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Farmar. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Mavericks trailed by 13. Harris outside. Back to Nowitzki. Harris setting the pick for Nowitzki. Rebounded by Kaman. Kaman's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Johnson dishes to Kaman. And Young kicks to Kaman. He feeds it to Blake. Johnson drops in the tray.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
The Mavericks have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Carter outside. Passes it to Nowitzki. Harris outside. Back to Nowitzki. Shot clock at 6. Now Blake. Young left side. Fires from deep. Crowder pulls it in. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Steve Blake.
Anytime you see Vince Carter and you start thinking about how he was as the undisputed dunk king in years gone by, but as his spring and lift has been grounded, he's made up for it in other ways and has really improved as a defender.
Monte Ellis checked in for Jay Crowder. And Steve, going back to Clark, he really took the league by storm back with Toronto. Still an NBA player with great quality.
Yeah, he can do a little bit of everything, Kevin. Not the explosive guy that he once was, but he's always been a skill player with his long-range shooting, his ball handling, good passer. That's why he's still hanging around and still making a contribution here in the NBA.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Back to Young. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet. Young's got 15 points in just the second half. Ellis outside. Back to Carter. He passes it to Harris. With the lead pass. That drive by Carter. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. They would love to get more of those, the easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Nowitzki for 3. But they get it back. Ellis, the pass to Nowitzki. No good on the 3.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Sean Marion, he's checked in for Vince Carter. Blake kicks to Young. No good with the triple. Kicks it out to Johnson. The feed to Blake. Harris is there. Here's Blake, guarded by Harris.
You know, for Pau Gasol, calling last year a rough year might be an understatement. He fought off an injury and tried to find a role on a team that was in transition. A year like that can really take a lot out of a guy.
And Steve, for Pau Gasol, he dealt with knee tendonitis from the first day of the season, then a concussion, torn plantar fascia. I mean, he just had one setback, it seemed, health-wise after another.
It was just that kind of season which symbolized the fate of his Lakers, too. They just never seemed to get it going until it was too late. But you know, with Gasol, we're talking about a guy who's remained effective for a long time in his career. And you know, that kind of skill level, I think your game can translate as you get older.
Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that thing.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not? Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second 3 of the half.
Kobe dishes to Blake. Gasol a screen on Calder. Nick Young on the wing. Pulls it up. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Ellis off a pick from Nowitzki. Ellis, the pass to Nowitzki. Howard down after the assist, run into the lane.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwback.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir. That may put a little life back into this team.
Blake off the pick from Gasol. Blake kicks to Keenan. Clock at 6. Nick Young on the wing, guarded by Marion. Gets it to go. Young's got 39. Mavericks trailed by 16. And here's Calderon. Nowitzki sets a screen for Calderon. The dish to Ellis. A three-pointer off the mark. Lakers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. And Nick Young with the slam.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well. Well, last season was Dirk Nowitzki's 15th in the NBA and maybe his toughest. He underwent a knee scope right before the start of the season, missed about 2 months of action, and the Mavericks ended up missing the playoffs.
The first one falls. Speaking of Nowitzki, he expressed some concern about the direction of the Mavericks himself last year.
Yeah, after that championship season, they let go of some of their good players, you know, especially Tyson Chandler. But they were trying to free up cap space and lure a top free agent. They were left holding the bag, basically. But Nowitzki wants to retire a Mav, and hopefully they can provide a contender for him.
Kobe with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Nash with the ball. Can't hit. Mavericks trailed by 17. Ellis with it. Picked up by Kobe. Ellis outside. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Here's Dallenberg. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
Lakers leading by 15. Now here's Kobe. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Kobe's got 22 points.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Here's Ellis. Kicks to Calderon. The pass to Dallenberg. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Beautiful dish down low.
Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Kobe dishes to Gasol. Back to Kobe. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kobe's got 4 this quarter.
He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Ellis, the pass to Calderon. On the wing, Mary. Fires for 3. Rebound by Kobe. Kobe's got 5 rebounds tonight. Gasol, a screen on Ellis. Kaman kicks it over to Nash. And it's blocked by Dallenberg. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Kaman kicks to Kobe. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Dishes to Nowitzki. Fades. Rejected by Gasol. Nash the pass to Kobe. Feeds it to Young. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. It's Nash with the drive. That drops.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Here's Ellis. Pass to Calderon. Green for 2 points. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kobe dishes to Nash. Pass to Gasol. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. And the Lakers lead by 19.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
32 seconds left in the game. Ellis can't get it to go.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over him.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
Bryant. The shot is off. Nice D from Jose Calderon. And here comes Ellis. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Nick Young.
Damon Bruce here, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It'll be the Chicago Bulls facing off against the Portland Trail Blazers. Let's send things over to Kevin Harlan, who's in Portland for today's broadcast.
Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, with Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. Okay, first for the Bulls, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. And down low, the two-time NCAA champion at Florida, the 6'11 tornado of energy and effort. It's the big man, Joakim Noah. Then it's Dang, and it's Boozer in at power forward. And then for the Portland Trail Blazers, Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. And playing at the center position, one of the Lopez twins out of Stanford, 7-foot banger, Robin Lopez. There's Batum, and it's Aldridge in at the four-shot. And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. Pass to Batum. And Noah with the block. Rose with the ball. Butler on the wing. No good on the triple.
Jimmy Butler was the last pick of the first round back in 2011 by the Bulls. And last season, I tell you what, he really solidified his place in the rotation guy. He's still developing his outside shot, but he brings an awful lot to life to the table.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Jimmy Butler, what a story. Abandoned as a child, bounced around from home to home. One coach would take him in, another family would take him in. It was a very tough upbringing down in the Houston area. He overcame tremendous odds. And to be where he is today with the great attitude after a short time at Marquette, it speaks volumes of his character.
Well, it sure shows in his play, doesn't it? I mean, just the way he hustles and draws fouls, rebounds, defends. He can guard multiple positions out there. I just love his overall game and his toughness and what he brings to this team.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in, reverse it home. So sweet.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
You know, for now, the Trailblazers are still the basketball team in the Pacific Northwest. You know, Seattle made a strong push to acquire the Kings, made a record bid, but the owners decided that Sacramento had done its part to keep the Kings, and so Seattle has to wait.
Now, here's Matthews after the miss from Butler. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. And Clark, going back, you know, the Blazers, one of 3 teams in the Pacific Northwest. You also have the Sonics in Seattle and, Steve, you know, the Vancouver Grizzlies.
And I think those 2 cities, particularly Seattle, Kevin, are strong contenders for a new
NBA franchise. Of course, Seattle almost ended up with the Sacramento Kings, but when Sacramento was awarded the franchise, a lot of people felt like it was only a matter of time before Seattle would be granted an expansion team.
Dang passes to Boozer. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Boozer's got his first 2 points of the night. Butler against Matthews. He feeds it to Lopez. Back to Matthews. Portland no good that time either. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man. But I thought did a nice job with Portland last season.
Now, here's Lillard. Back to Lopez. And he banks in the lane.
Now they finally connect with their 4th shot of the game.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Tom Thibodeau.
He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it would be for him to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, will see how successful they are.
Thanks, Doris. Butler kicks to Boozer. Can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard attacking. Feeds it to Matthews. Shot clock at 6. Back to Lillard. And it's blocked by Dan. But he stays with it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Bulls shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Boozer with it. Picked up by Aldridge. The kick out to Rose. Backs down. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Lillard dishes to Batum. Rose with the double team. Batum passes to Lopez. Goes up on the block. Portland again missing.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Rose attacking. Dang. Back to Rose. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, and he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic, he's really strong.
You know, one of his other qualities, Steve, is how quickly he starts to break. I mean, he doesn't need numbers either. He can be a coast-to-coast, rack-to-rack guy all by himself.
The free throw drops for Rose.
You know, with all of the improvements in medicine and also the advances in rehabilitation after torn ACL surgeries, we've seen a number of players come back to be as good as they were before the injury. Derrick Rose's fans had to be feeling good about what level he would return at when he came back.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lillard. Rose with the block. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Rose has capped the ball.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
Coming back to the ACL repair for Rose Clark. Great to see modern medicine extend players' careers and help them return from those Tough injury. Steve, it's been terrific watching the Spurs come back. Really didn't see Rose last year, certainly. I expect this year he'll be terrific.
Well, it's so great to see Derrick Rose back on the court after missing last season. One of the most explosive, entertaining players in the NBA. Great guy, terrific team leader. The NBA needs Derrick Rose, so fun to have him back.
Here's Rose, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Rose, good. Rose has got 8 points.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Lillard with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Rebounded by Rose. Rose has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Dang, that is good.
Hasn't been able to get it going offensively. It's been a slow start for him.
Trailblazers trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Shoots from the right block. It's hauled in by Noah. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And Butler backing him in. The dish to Boozer. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Lillard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. Chicago leading by 3. Outside Rose. Outside Dang. Back to Rose. In low to Boozer. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Boozer's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Aldridge drives in, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they run goaltender.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Bulls making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Rose dishes to Butler. Nice jump shot. Good. Butler's got his first bucket in this one. Trailblazers trail by 5. That's a 2 from Lillard. And again, is Portland converted. And so here is Chicago. Rose passes to Heinrich. Hangs on the trifecta. Heinrich's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they have. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything, but moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Jarrell Wright's checked in for Matthews. And Mo Williams subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Heinrich. Outside Dang. Robinson on him. And Dang, here we go. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Everybody regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category. Protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot that went up.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
And Butler, here we go. Fires, high post, and it's blocked by Wright.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. This team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league.
Now here's Gibson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Bart, just piling up points in the paint.
Williams against Heinrich. Outside Williams. Right off a pick from Robinson. Batum attacking. No good. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Portland on defense. They trail by 1. Here's Dunleavy. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You know, Mike Dunleavy, the former number 3 overall pick back in 2002, you know, he hasn't been a star, but boy, has he been steady and productive in a very long and solid NBA career.
And both free throws good for Dunleavy. And Dunleavy very skilled at 6'9".
Yeah, he put up some pretty good numbers in Indiana for a while. He can pass, shoot, handle the ball. Son of a coach, of course, Mike Dunleavy Sr., and you can see where Dunleavy Jr. gets his understanding of the game.
Now here's Williams. Right, defended by Dunleavy. 5 on the clock. Here's Williams with the 3. Dang grabs the miss.
Defense didn't give him any space there.
Butler kicks to Dang. He dishes it to Dunleavy. Outside Butler. Pass to Dunleavy. The feed to Gibson. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Gibson's got his second basket of the game.
Well, he recognized the advantage size-wise, and he went right at the defender. That's how you do it.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Williams against Butler. Leonard. No good. So the Bulls will take it the other way. 1:03 left in the first. Now Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Heinrich no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. Right side Williams. Heinrich against Batum. Back to Williams. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Williams has got his first points of the night. Chicago leading by 3. Heinrich outside. Passes it to Butler. Defended by Batum. Elbow shot. Can't get it to go. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, in a lot of ways, Joakim Noah is the heart of this Bulls team. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, he's an all-star, and I can see him winning Defensive Player of the Year. But the most important thing is he plays to win. He can have 5 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks, and he's happy because we won. Sky's Derrick Rose said it best. He's a warrior, and everybody is following him.
Thanks, Doris. He's such a character, so passionate about his defensive role. And here is Williams, following the 3 from Dunleavy. Williams against T. Batum for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. 6 points for Nicholas Batum.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And here's another thing I've noticed. You know, sometimes at the defensive end, he'll come out of nowhere to make a play on the ball, blocking a shot from behind when the shooter had no idea he was there.
Now here's Williams. Back to Leonard. He passes to Williams. Portland moving the ball around. Three-pointer right, and the Trailblazers another three.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Teague dishes to Dunlap, and stolen by Wright. All alone, finishes the break with a slam.
Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down before the lead.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Dishes to Gibson. He's covered by Leonard. Looking to end the run, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Myers Leonard. Aldridge comes in for Thomas Robinson. Wesley Matthews checked in for Jarrell Wright. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Mo Williams. Clock is at 3, and that one's good by Aldridge.
He's been key for this team's offense the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve. No doubt.
Now here's Teague. He kicks to Dunlap. A three-pointer off the mark.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has it that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with a hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
And that one's good.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Kicks it to Aldridge. Can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minute speed these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys played too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Rose attacking. Right through the D for the layup. Rose has got 10 points.
Boy, it was a tough year for Portland, and a lot of that was because they didn't get much done in points in the paint. Not only did they not score in the paint, they gave up a lot of points in the paint as well.
And Boozer with the block. Rose in the post. Aldridge is there. Rose can't hit.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now, here's Lillard. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, Clark, you were talking about them giving up points in close. Perhaps the biggest issue Portland faced last season. Steve, they were dead last in the NBA when it came to that category.
Yeah, near the bottom of the league in blocks as well. You just don't win in this league without good interior defense. You have to be able to clog the paint and force outside shots and keep people from scoring. It seemed like it was a layup line against the Blazers last year.
Now here's Deng. And Noah backs down. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds in this game. With the floater, and it's blocked by Deng. Rose goes in.
You know, with Derrick Rose out, A lot of people thought the Bulls would flounder last season, guys, but they were still one of the tougher teams in all of the East, in part because the culture of toughness and next man up has been instilled in that group from its coaching staff, starting with Tom Thibodeau. I don't think this takes away anything from how great Rose is, but I think it certainly speaks to how bought in and committed to the team that every man on that roster is.
Aldridge, the pass to Lillard. Outside Matthews. The pass to Aldridge. The 9-foot shot. That's good. Aldridge has got 4 points in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Well, back to the Chicago Bulls team, you got to give a lot of credit to the culture of defense and effort that Coach Tom Thibodeau has created there, Steve.
Well, they weathered Rose's absence remarkably well, advancing in the playoffs, giving Miami all it can handle. And you wonder, with the healthy Rose now and all these other players having developed, is Chicago a championship caliber team? I think they are.
I agree. And here's Matthews. After the three-pointer from Butler, open shot, Lillard, and again is Portland converted. Chicago's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Here's Rose. No good. Aldridge with some nice D. Portland's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Lillard with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And Matthews kicks to Lopez. Back to Matthews. Outside, Batum. Portland needs to get off the shot. Here's Aldridge. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Boy, I tell you, the Bulls showed how resilient they could be without Derrick Rose last season. They played competitive basketball, but up against the Western Conference, they just didn't quite have the same punch. Got beat up pretty good out west.
And Rose drops them both. And back to the Bulls against the West. Not sure what exactly their shortcomings were, but in the end, Steve, they were only able to win 11 games out of the 30 they played out of conference.
The Bulls were a team that could win games on grit and toughness, but the West was a lot more talented last year than the East. And so some nights Chicago just kind of ran into reality, and they didn't have enough talent to deal with some of those Western teams.
Now Rose. Nicholas Batum missing from long range. Here's Boozer. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists in the game.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Lopez. Outside Matthews. Back to Lopez. Rebound by the Bulls. Boozer's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And there's the foul. Goes on Wesley Matthews. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
Boozer kicks to Rose. Outside Rose. Another one falls for Chicago.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Here's Lopez. Rebound by Carlos Boozer. Boozer's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist from Carlos Boozer. And now it's an 8-point Bulls lead. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, the Portland Trailblazers, for a team that lacked for depth and shot creators last season, it was an encouraging summer. In the draft, taking C.J. McCollum with the 10th pick, Al Berkeley's Allen Crabbe with the 31st, and then they signed Jarrell Wright and trade for Robin Lopez and Thomas Robinson. The first 3 provide outside shooting and scoring. Robinson, a promising young rebounder, and Lopez, poised to claim the starting role for center. Guys, with a relatively young team looking to grow, it was a great offseason for the Blazers.
It certainly seemed like they improved this offseason. Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Lillard, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Lopez dishes to Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
You might not get a better look than that all game. You've to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in it.
Here is Rose. 18 points for him. Boozer with the screen for Rose. In low to Boozer. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Boozer's got 4 points now in the quarter. Trailblazers trail by 4. It's stolen by Rose. Batum attacking. Pass to Matthew. He feeds it to Lopez. Now the dish to Batum. And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
Lillard, the pass to Batum. Lopez outside. Clock at 6. Expanding his range.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly. Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
That's good. Now it's a 6-point Chicago lead.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Rose against Lillard. Matthews. Lillard attacking. Lopez. Noah. Great defense that time from Noah.
Nothing's going right for him right now. He's kind of lost it here in the quarter.
The kick out to Deng. Feeds to Butler. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
Yeah, he's not happy right now. You can see it's really hurting him.
Sure can, Steve. I mean, it's difficult to say exactly how serious it is, but hopefully we'll have an update soon.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here is Lillard after the 3-pointer from Butler. Aldridge, he's covered by Boozer, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Joakim Noah.
You know, a big part of the success of LaMarcus Aldridge is his versatility. He can play power forward. You can slide him over and move him to the center spot, but he's very difficult for anybody to handle. Almost 7 feet tall and extremely skilled.
We're going back to Aldridge for a second. He really does have the skill set of a power forward Clark and the body of a center.
Yeah, you know, that versatility is really impressive. When you think about a big guy guarding him, who can take him outside and utilize that jumper and quickness. And then if he has a smaller guy, he'll back him down and work him over inside.
7-second difference. Shot leading clock. Rose, no good.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Trailblazers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Well, pretty good numbers for this club a year ago, Kevin. 78% as a team from the free throw line.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Unloads, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached halftime in this one. Bulls out front, up by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome. I'm Damon Bruce. A great game going on out at the Rose Garden. At the midway point, the Bulls are playing very well. They've held tough defensively. Great rim protection, too, when you look at all the blocks. A tremendous first half for Derrick Rose. He's racked up 20 points. He's been getting it done on both ends of the court. Look at the assists. Look at the rebounds. It's all adding up to a great first half. On the other hand, the Trailblazers are still alive. Their great passing has been fun to watch, keeping the ball moving and picking apart that.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
What a game for Rose. He has 20 points, He's given them a lot of points from the free throw line.
Yeah, Clark, what a fantastic job he's done of fighting his way to the line, getting fouls, looking for those extra easy points for his club.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Batum attacking, and it's blocked by Rose. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Here's Batum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Batum's got the first points of the second half here for Portland.
You know, at 33 and 49 on the season last year, the Blazers were well below 500, but they were a 500 team against the Eastern Conference.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Rose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Rose. 4-point game. Inside. Here's Butler. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 7th assist here tonight. Portland, as you said, was 500 against the East last season. They were 15 up and 15 down. You know, you look at how other teams with that record fared against the East, and Steve, 500 isn't bad.
Well, usually when you finish 16 games under 500 for the season, as the Blazers did, you don't go 500 against either conference. But you know, they happen to just have a good matchup, apparently, with a lot of their Eastern opponents, and they did pretty well.
And Boozer backs in. Rose back to Boozer. Baseline jumper. Misses off the left iron. Trailblazers trail by 4. And Matthews kicks to Lopez. Butler with the steal. Outside Dang. Ball, and he draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Lillard against Rose. Batum attacking. Stolen by Noah. Butler on the wing. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Lillard kicks to Batum. Back to Lillard. Lopez left side. Gets it to go. Lopez has got 8 points.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. And Boozer backs in. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. He's got 10. Trailblazers trail by 7. And Lillard kicks to Batum. Pass to Aldridge. Working on Boozer. Puts it up from 15. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Look at the size discrepancy there between the defender and the shooter.
Well, those are warm-up jumpers. When there's not a hand in his face, he'll knock those down all day.
Noah with a screen on Lillard. Here's Rose. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
He dishes it to Batum. And there's the feed to Matthews. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Lillard, the pass to Aldridge. Just 5 in the clock. No dice from 9 feet out. The Bulls leading by 7. Rose off the pick from Noah. Rose kicks to Dang. Passes it to Butler. Dishes it to Rose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. He kicks it to Rose. Defended by Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason. Got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
Mo Williams is checked in for Damian Lillard. And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time. And they had questions constantly being asked if he would return. But the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin, and desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal Game 1 in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat Miami.
Heinrich kicks to Rose. He's against Williams. Back to Heinrich. The 3. Batum grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 5. Outside Batum. Robinson dishes to Batum. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Hits the outside fadeaway. Now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
Takes such a delicate touch to hit that fadeaway jumper with a man in your face.
Well, for Nicholas Batum, a little bit of a lull in his shooting percentage last season. Certainly he garnered a lot of attention defensively because of how well he had played the year before. We'll see if he's able to rebound in his numbers this season. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
And Williams, here we go. Nice D from Dan. And for Nicholas Batum, a solid long-range shot, Steve, with a quick release.
And he can really hurt you in transition as well, Kevin, with his ability to get out and run. I think the biggest improvement to come is his in-between game as far as attacking in the half court.
He's injury-prone, though. I think that's a concern for the Blazers.
Yeah, but he can really run, and he's athletic.
He is. Williams passes to Aldridge. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's 15 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Rose attacking. Count the bucket.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
The Bulls making a switch here. Rose against Williams. Shot clock at 5. Chicago grabs the miss. Outside Rose. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Here's White. Here's Leonard. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
And it's Rose penetrating. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Mo Williams.
You know, even though it was a down year for the Blazers in terms of their overall record last year, they still enjoyed quite a bit of success at home. It's one of the better home court advantages in the league.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Outside Williams. Kicks to Matthews. And that is good. Matthews has got 10 points in the game. And for the Blazers, as you said, not the year they wanted. But, Steve, they still managed to finish 22-19 here in Portland.
Well, it's a young team, very talented starting five, but very little depth. And I think over the course of an 82-game season, the lack of bench help really cost Portland. But a lot to be excited about, some good young talent, and a home court that traditionally has been very positive for this team.
The Trailblazers keep it alive. Double team on Aldridge. Williams kicks to Aldridge. Goes back up. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Here's Rose. He has 31. Heinrich outside. Back to Rose. 14 feet away. No luck. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Matthews dishes to Williams. Back to Matthews. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Matthews has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Now here's Rose. And the pass to Dunleavy. And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul.
A little overeager right there. Left his feet too early.
And if you're already boxed out, you got to try to work to get around. Otherwise, it's a surefire foul.
The Bulls making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Shot off the screen. Aldridge, the pass to Williams. Pulls it up. It's all in by the Bulls. Gibson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Heinrich kicks to Teague. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Trailblazers trail by 5. And here is Williams. He has 7. Matthews into the lane. Banked in off the glass. Matthews has got 14.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Teague against Williams. From 6 away. Williams with the block. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Williams. Nice work there coming off the screen. Now just a 1-point Bulls lead.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Here's Teague. Feeds to Gibson. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. He's got 10. Now a timeout called by Portland.
People have talked about the defensive renaissance in Chicago as a big part of their turnaround, and that's accurate. Thibs has done wonders for this team defensively, but another aspect is that they've had one of the deepest benches in the league the past few years, too.
The Bulls making a switch here. Murphy's checked in. And Williams, here we go. And that one's good.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
Heinrich outside. Pass to Gibson. He's covered by Leonard. Gibson in the post. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Leonard. Go back to what you said, Clark, about Chicago. It is a credit to them that they've been able to constantly add or draft talent that is ready to step in for them. And Steve contribute off the bench.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You think about Taj Gibson, a late first-round pick. Jimmy Butler last year really emerged as one of the best young players in the league. Great story. So terrific job by the Bulls front office in figuring out which player to take later in the first round.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Murphy, a screen on Matthews. Heinrich dishes to Teague. Dunleavy, defended by Batum. And Dunleavy gets it to go in. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
Here's Aldridge. No good on that last second attempt there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also like the penetration. When they're getting into the paint, they're getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Dunley. A beautiful reverse layup.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Williams against Rose. There's Matthews. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, Kevin, probably his greatest value lies in his tremendous three-point shooting. When he's out on the perimeter, it gives them the ability to really stretch the defense out.
And one more thing to point out about him is what a rugged player he is, how hard he works every game, and he's always battling.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Matthews into the lane. Gibson with the steal. Rose with the ball. He passes to Dunleavy. Back to Rose. That one goes. Count it. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Outside Williams. Knocked away. Stolen by Rose. He feeds it to Heinrich. That drops. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
He hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but he's worked within the team concept to help them get the lead. He's done some other things other than scoring to help his team get the lead here.
It's Aldridge penetrating. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the best defense.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Bulls. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose passes to Boozer. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Batum.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding, so important in a tight game.
Into LaMarcus Aldridge. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 6th assist on the night. Chicago leading. Goes off the pick from Boozer. Rose up on top. He's guarded by Williams. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland.
Damian Lillard.
He feeds it to Butler. And the Bulls with another miss.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
And the basket by Lillard.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
This seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. Last season was the best yet for Robin Lopez. Career highs pretty much across the board for Lopez as he stepped into the starting center role for New Orleans. Sometimes it's just a matter of opportunity before a player gains the confidence to be productive in a starting role. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go around.
It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. Aldridge with it. Noah picks him up. Stolen by Rose.
It looked to me like that pass was going to get through, and then bang, he was going the other way with it.
Get there.
And good on the basket. Book it. Rose has got 38 points. And for Robin Lopez, not the score that his twin brother Brooke is, but, he's showing some signs offensively.
Well, he's efficient from the field and from the foul line, and the key for him is to continue to work on his rim protection, his defense in the lane. He's got potential to be very good in that.
Here's Deng. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Here's Rose, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
Well, Luol Deng, originally from South Sudan, his family moved to London when he was a teen, and then for him, on to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally.
And so he's able to get one of two. And going back to Deng, so active off the court, helping Sudanese refugees, Basketball Without Borders, numerous charities. He says his parents instilled him with that kind of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, and he's also championed a lot of causes in the UK, campaigning to maintain funding for the British national team. Deng is passionate, both on and off the court. You just love his approach to the game and to life, Kevin.
Good point. Now the free throw is good, now leading by one. For Chicago, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Noah with a screen on Lillard, and it's Rose penetrating, misses from short range.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys.
Oh, get it! Watch out now! Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
Time called here, and the Bulls decide to talk it over.
You know, one of the things you love about Aldridge is his offensive versatility. I mean, he's a big guy that's obviously a threat in the post, but he's really worked to make himself a threat from the elbows, the edges of that foul lane area, and he's quite dangerous there, too.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. 6 on the shot clock. Matthews into the lane. Fires at the elbow. And the rebound goes to Boozer. Boozer's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Batum against Rose. There's the dish to Butler. Fires for 3. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. And going back to Aldridge, Clark, great skill, and for his size, Steve, he can really move.
Good point, Kevin. Defenders try to front him in the post, and he'll continually roll right to the rim or across the lane to create a better passing angle for his guards.
And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Lillard. Back to Aldridge. Feeds it to Lillard. Pass to Aldridge. Lillard outside. And right through it goes. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter. Chicago trailing here. Boozer with the screen for Rose. Back to Noah. Second chance effort. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Noah once again had a really solid season, but his field goal percentage numbers dropped from where they had been the past few years. I think part of it was not having Derrick Rose on the floor, and then also he was hurt. Plantar fasciitis bothered him some, but not having Rose, I think, led to Noah forcing the issue a bit.
Mike Dunleavy, who's checked in for the wall game. And the best of good.
There's been no pressure from his standpoint in the fourth quarter. I mean, he's made 5 of his 6 shots.
And Chicago shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. Rose goes in. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Ron, speaking of Noah, some dip into his finishing numbers. You wonder if his injuries played a part in that.
Yeah, Coach Thibodeau rode him pretty hard. Career high in minutes. In fact, second most per game among centers in the NBA last season. And remember, he had the foot injury during the playoffs, so he's always had some health issues, but he's battled through them.
Are you surprised that he's become the warrior that he's become in the NBA?
Not really, Kevin. He's a winner at Florida, a guy who loved to play. He's got a lot of passion for the game.
Gets it to go.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Portland's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Lillard is covered by Rose. Lillard attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 23.
Just one shot has him tickled the twine here in the fourth, and he's taking this game over.
Noah with a screen on Lillard. Here's Rose. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
He's locked in right now, guys, hitting some big shots here in the fourth quarter.
Portland leading. Lillard outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Now, here's Batum, defended by Dunleavy. Lillard dishes to Lopez. Good on the shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
Now they're cruising now, really looking to add to this lead. And this has been a clinic, but
the kick out to Rose. The feed to Dunleavy to tie it up. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Lillard. Aldridge up on top. The 17-footer. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Shot's good by Butler. Time call here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter, and the Bulls making a change here. Ben's checked in. Here's Lillard. Aldridge the pass to Lillard. The kick out to Matthews. Portland again missing.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
Outside Butler. Outside Butler. He's covered by Matthews. And stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And the team kicks to it. And it's blocked.
well, I think Aldridge is one of the most consistent low-post scorers in the NBA. An underrated star, I think, because he can throw the ball on the block and he'll create offense for you, but he can also step outside and knock down that jump shot.
Yeah, that jump shot is silky smooth, and he typically likes to operate 17 feet and in, right in the elbow area. He can body up and be physical with anybody he plays with his back to the basket. The prototypical power forward with his skill set.
Matthews dishes to Batum. Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Big call, Kevin. He just didn't get there quick enough, and that's a tough break.
And that's how you do it, guys. I mean, free throws in a game like this can make a huge difference.
And it's Rose penetrating. Outside Butler. He dishes it to Dunleavy. Takes the three. Nails the tray.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to him.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
Yeah, they need this one to go their way, Cal.
Here's Batum.
ball.
Did it ever. On cloud nine.
What an atmosphere in here. This is incredible.
Dunleavy for three. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Absolutely on fire from behind the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his points.
Seconds left to play in the final quarter. And Batum kicks to Lillard. Lillard gets the screen from Aldridge. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. Passes to Lopez. Back to Lillard. Beyond the arc. There's the triple.
That bucket was absolutely huge. The defensive stop should seal the deal.
Chicago calls time. They're losing by 1. 11 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, and you've got the luxury here of running a play, so you want to do something that you're very comfortable with.
Absolutely, Steve. I mean, no need to panic whatsoever. I mean, they're in a very good spot right here.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure. The energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coaches happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose.